All right, and welcome back to Sweaty Reactions, the reaction channel where we think it's a good idea to record during an excessive heat warning in a 103-degree room. So we're just gonna keep this quick. We're gonna be reacting to a trailer of a series that we just finished. It's a little unknown series; not too many people have heard of this. It's called ReZero. No, in all honesty, we just finished recording the last episode of season 2. So very excited for season 3. I think it's coming out in October. I'm pretty sure. I might be wrong. I'm probably wrong. But what am I hoping to see in season 3? So one of the biggest issues that I had with season 2. So for those who didn't check out my end of season reaction, in my opinion, season 1 was better than season 2. And not to say that season 2 was like, horrible or bad or anything like that. It's just, in my opinion, like ReZero is at its best when it's like dealing with like the politics, dealing with like the emotional struggles, emotional trauma, all that kind of stuff. And I felt like season 2 was just sort of like, it really focused on the magic and Roswell being like, oh, I'm a boogeyman mastermind, even though I'm just sitting in bed. And like, yeah, we got a kid who was cool, but like, in my opinion, ReZero is kind of at its weakest when it's focusing on the magic stuff, just because I find the magic stuff like very convoluted. It's very all over the place. It's very convenient. You don't really get a sense of like the power scaling or anything like that. Like Beatrice is supposed to be like one of the strongest magic users, but when Subaru was helping her fight the Great Rabbit or the White Rabbit, his attacks were coming out just as strong as hers. And like, I don't know if she was like using resonance to boost him up, but like then there it is, like right there. Like, we don't know how the magic works. We don't know like anything of the power scaling or anything like that. And it just kind of, they're like, oh, but there's this kind of magic and then there's that kind of magic, and you have like a magic meter and you have like all this kind of stuff, and it's just, I don't know. It just I'd rather them focus on like the politics and the characters than try to make a magic system. But yeah, so I'm really hoping in this episode, in this next season, we get a lot more of Anastasia. Anastasia is my favorite character in the series, even though we haven't gotten a lot of her, just because, man, like, so if you didn't tune in for like the season 2 reaction, Beatrice throughout season 1 was my favorite character. Like, it wasn't even close between 1 and 2, who was Julius. But like, what season 2 did with her, like, yeah, it saved her character in the end, but she's like a whole different person now than she was, or than who I thought she was in season 1. Not to say that like my opinion has to be like, oh, she has to be like what I thought she was, or she's a bad character. No, it's just, she's not a bad character. She's no longer my favorite character. Anastasia and Julius seem like far more interesting characters, just because of how we saw Anastasia was the one who sent, like, she's the one who's provided the most help to Subaru. Not with herself being there, but sending like all like her top soldiers, like all the like, she's just really been helping out a lot. And I kind of, just because of the nature of her character, how she's supposed to be like this businesswoman, like underhanded, like all about me. I know, I'm thinking there's a reason that she was doing that, to hold some kind of leverage, anything like that. And so I'm hoping we see a lot of her in season 3, but mostly a lot of like the candidates, a lot of the politics, a lot of them trying to like sabotage each other. I want to see how not Subaru handles that, because Subaru, he's more gung-ho. He doesn't really seem like a political mastermind, so I'm kind of curious to see how he would react in that situation of like, these girls have been raised in politics, have been bred to be politicians, and they're going at war with each other, basically, right? Because they're all trying to win the title at the end. So I want to see how Subaru forces himself onto that situation, just because that's what Subaru does. That's the point of his character. He thinks it's just him. It's up to him. He has to do it. So I'm really curious to see how that plays. I'm really curious to see how he interacts with Julius now that they're bros, And yeah, basically just Anastasia, Julius, more emotional stuff, more politics, all that kind of stuff. Less magic, a lot less magic. or at least just like use it a little bit better. Like, don't just throw in like random words and like try to make it overly complicated because you think a complicated magic system makes it a good magic system. But yeah, without further ado, there's going to be my reaction to season 3 trailer. Let's go. Man, this chick came out like 2 months ago. I'm really late to the party here. I hope this is like the most recent one. I don't know if there's been other ones since then, since this one released. A lot of water. That's kind of Amelia's thing, I guess. Ice and water. Ooh. All right, a pigeon. Very metaphorical. Purity. Religion. All that kind of jazz. Where is everybody? Oh, careful, Icarus. Yeah. Flew a little too close to the sun there. So is there like a barrier encasing them all? Oh. Or is that supposed to like symbolize when you fly too close to the sun, you get swatted down and become corrupted? Oh shit, Priscilla. Who's the little boy? There you go. Let's go. Another cat person? And Reinhardt. It's just them two? They don't even have anyone else? It's literally just Felt and Reinhardt? Well, I guess I have seen that Reinhardt is like OP. Probably like the strongest character in the series. So it makes sense. It's just Felt and Reinhardt. And then it's them cleaning up after the battle? Oh, there's the guy. Yeah. There's white-haired Subaru. Yeah, all right. Okay, so yeah, definitely. It looks like a... Oh, let me pause the trailer. Yeah, so... Oh, there's more. There's more. I think. Yeah, that was pretty short and sweet. Looks like I'm getting exactly what I wanted. The candidates, we see them marching into the city. We see a barrier, or I'm assuming it's some kind of barrier around the city. I don't know if it's like an actual barrier or if it's just supposed to be like symbolic of like, you know, if you fly too close to the sun in this world, you're gonna get swatted down. But yeah, so we saw the politicians. It was so freaking funny to see like Felt and Reinhardt. It's just them. Everyone else has like a huge squad and they're all like posing and doing all that kind of stuff, and it's just Felt and Reinhardt. He's kind of actually she was like actually doing like a superhero pose. She was back in her ghetto clothes. Last time we saw her, she was like dressed for like informal wear, and now she's back in her slum clothing. So that's pretty cool. That's probably gonna be like a huge point of emphasis for her character. I remember that is what she said during the meeting, like, you know what, I'm not gonna be one of you guys. I'm gonna try to win, and as soon as I win, I'm gonna dismantle this whole government, and you guys aren't gonna be able to stop me. So it looks like she's holding true to that. She's like not even like wearing their their gowns and all that kind of stuff. She's just dressing like she always does. And Reinhardt just kind of seemed like a little babysitter in the back. Not in the negative way, but like it kind of seems like he's gonna be like an older brother figure or father figure, just because he's just like there chilling. And we know how powerful he is. I guess he's like the holy swordsman, or what was it? I think that's what they were called, or like the grand master swordsman. So he apparently has like all these like abilities cast on him, which is why we saw him like obliterate Puck in that episode. Shoot, man, that was really cool. And I'm assuming Felt knows this, so yeah, she probably trusts him to like, oh, I don't need you really, like I don't need anyone else, it's just gonna be us two, you're like broken. So yeah, we saw Priscilla walking with some little pink-haired boy, like a little schoolboy. I wonder who that is. Al is in the back. I did get like a huge reveal of Al. Apparently, well, I don't want to spoil it for anyone else. But yeah, so Al has a little something going on, similar to Subs, but Anastasia and the crew. So there's one extra cat person. I did see that. I was like, so we know there's the glasses or the monocle brother. We know there's a little sister who's the one that we spent the most time with, and so I'm wondering who the other one is, if she has any, or he has any different abilities. They kind of seem to have like the same abilities. I do know that the girl's stronger than the brother, but they all have, they both had like the screaming thing. So I'm assuming it's just gonna be another one of that. Julius over there. Julius, Anastasia, man, I'm really excited to see them, man. I'm really excited. Krush, I'm not so much interested in. Felix, very cool. I do not like that they pretty much wiped out Krush's character in season 2. She had like all this like build up, and like we thought, we were hoping that she would have some kind of like plot of her own, but at the very beginning, like within 5 minutes of season 2, not all of that's gone. No, we'll just eat that out of her brain. Yeah, and so she's pretty much she's, I don't want to say like she's a child. She is fairly young, but like the way she was behaving after having her memories wiped, it was sort of like childish. Not like Amelia childish, but like just, it was so, maybe it just seems childish because like her character was like so mature, and now she's like kind of lost, right? Because her memories are gone. So maybe that's what I'm trying to say. It was just so disappointing to see all that character growth, like, or like character interaction, just like, no, it's gone. But yeah, really cool. Excited to see how season 3 is going to kick off. Season 2 kicked off with like a big old boom, so I'm really excited to see if they're gonna still just like, let's just go all out. Let's put the pedal all the way down, and yeah. Without further ado, that was season 3 trailer reaction. Is very hot in here, so I'm just gonna end it right there. You guys know how much I love talking to myself, but I can't be in this room anymore. So yeah, the outro. I forgot what the outro was. It's so freaking hot in here. But yeah, thanks everyone for stopping by. My name's Adam. Thanks for Jupiter Machine, and as always, sell credit cards, hurt your loved ones, plant some flowers. Until next time, buddy. Bye bye. Oh, bye bye. Oh, bye bye.